In case you missed it, we already did predictions for the AFC side of the playoffs, so make sure you check out that video either after this one or before this one. And then this is our NFC predictions, and then after this we'll also give you our Super Bowl predictions in another video. So without further ado, guys, let's get into our NFC playoff predictions.
All right, and for my NFC standings, the number 1 seed, I had the San Francisco 49ers winning that. Number 2 seed, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3 seed, Minnesota Vikings. Number 4 seed, the New Orleans Saints. Number 5 seed, the Dallas Cowboys. Number 6 seed, Detroit Lions. And 7th seed, Seattle Seahawks. So starting out with the 4 and 5 matchup, I have the Saints versus Cowboys, and I got the Cowboys taking this. The Saints, they go on a nice little run. Derek Carr leads them to the playoffs, but kind of like the Vegas run, they lose in the wild card round. So kind of like that run. Maybe you find some things to build on with Olave. Still successful season though. And then the Cowboys, they've been kind of first rounded by the 49ers. I feel like back-to-back years, or they've kind of run into the 49ers. So the Saints, I think, are going to be an easier team to beat. Hopefully they can do that. We'll see. Next, I had the 2-seeded Eagles versus the 7th-seeded Seahawks, and I got the Eagles taking it. Solid team they got over there in Philly, man. Just a solid roster. And the Seahawks, I think they made the playoffs last year and lost in the first round too. Same situation, but maybe you have even more things to build on now. And then the last matchup, the Vikings 3 seed versus the Lions 6 seed. I got the Vikings taking it. I know everybody else would probably have the Lions taking it. But come on, Kirk Cousins can't go out like this, man. Kirk Cousins can't, like, if he loses again in the first round and they're a relatively good team, I have them as the 3 seed. Like, if they're a 10, 11, 12 win team again, I think it's time to Jimmy G him, Like, I think if you can't get any better than a wild card loss, and like Kirk is always looked at as the problem, like I think it's time to do something, So, with that said, can't go out like that. I got the Vikings taking it. Next round, the 1-seeded 49ers versus the 5th-seeded Cowboys. I'm drinking the Cowboys Kool-Aid. I have the Cowboys winning it. Like, how many times, how many times can a team just beat you? How many times can you lose to this team in the playoffs? This is how we need a playoff win, like Steelers fans is like, that's a success. Yeah. Like, I think Dallas, NFC Championship, it has to happen. Like, they have to get there. Not even the Super Bowl, but just the NFC Championship at this point. Like, if they can break that curse, like, that is a success. And they've played the 49ers. They've got the shorter end of the stick both times. But I think both games were winnable. The actual games, how it played out. Like, I think both games they had a chance. And so, this time I got them taking it. Next game, the Eagles versus the Vikings. And I got the Eagles. One playoff win for the Vikings. Maybe that's enough to keep Kirk. But the Eagles, I think, right now are just kind of too spooky, So it is what it is. Next, NFC Championship. Division rivals. We got the Cowboys versus the Eagles. And why not? Got the Cowboys taking it. Listen, man, they added Brandon Cooks. They got rid of Zeke, which was unfortunate, but Tony Pollard's gonna get some more snaps, and Tony Pollard is a beast. They've been in these games, and they've been able to win these games, but just for some reason something goes wrong. Like, I don't know. I just think they have a solid roster. How many times can you be good? How many times can you be one of the better teams in the league and it just not work out? And on top of that, I haven't even mentioned their defense. And do I? Like, they got fucking splash players. They got splash players. TBH. So, fuck it. And Philly, it's the curse of being the preseason favorite. The curse of being a good team before the season and you're not the Chiefs, We've seen it happen with the Bills. We've seen it happen multiple times with like these preseason number 1 teams, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work out. So, it is what it is.
It's now with my NFC predictions. First seed, I got the Eagles winning the NFC. Second, I have the Lions. Third, 49ers. Fourth, the Saints. 5th, the Vikings. 6th, the Cowgirls. And 7th, the Seahawks.
Jimmy, you were a Cowboys guy. I remember like a year or two ago, you were drinking the Cowboys Kool-Aid.
I have given up the Kool-Aid. I have found the football gods, and they told me the Cowboys are trash.
Damn.
So going on with the Cowgirls, I have them against the 49ers, and guess what? They will not win a playoff game anytime soon. In the last 20 years.
So-called free thinkers when it's time to pick the Cowboys. Loss. Have an opinion, Jimmy. Make your own thoughts.
I got them losing. Oh, the 49ers are a better team, so.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Another game I'm looking at is the Lions against the Seahawks. Seahawks is still a really good team. Same thing with the Lions, but I think that if we're looking at 1v1s, you have to give it to the Seahawks. They have a better wide receiver core. I think they have a better quarterback, better running back, better corners. But I'm going to give it to the Lions. I think they're just a better overall team. And maybe by the coach. Maybe. Just saying. But yeah, final game in the wild card would be the Saints against the Vikings. And the Saints being here is a win for them, honestly. But I have the Vikings being the Saints. Even though the Vikings don't have a defense, they're all offense.
Why are you sleeping on the Vikings, bro?
I got the Vikings being the Saints. Now going on to the divisional round. I got the Eagles against the Vikings. And I got the Eagles being the Vikings. Eagles better overall team. Other game in the divisional, I have the Lions against the 49ers. And by this point, knowing the 49ers history, they're going to be all beaten up, bruised, injured. And I got the Lions taking advantage of the old man 49ers being up. So that leaves the conference final championship. Yeah. And it's going to be the Eagles against the Lions. And the Lions a little bit too young for this. So I got the Eagles taking it again.
You're a piece of shit.
Go to the Super Bowl.
The Lions. They're so young. Oh, you'll win one day, Lions. Oh, but when it's the Vikings, they suck. Name 3 players. Unbelievable, bro. Same conference and historically ass. But all of a sudden, they get a freaking Amon-Ra St. Brown plays well in fantasy, and now it's fucking, the Lions are unbelievable. But the Vikings have been a consistently good team for year, but we're ass. Unbelievable. Yo, you be sleeping, man. I got them losing in the second round. It's not like I'm just Super Bowling them, Come on.
For my NFC, I have the 49ers getting the first seed. The second seed, I have the Dallas Cowboys. The third seed, the Detroit Lions. And the fourth seed, the Atlanta Falcons. Fifth seed, of course, Philadelphia Eagles. It was pretty much tied with them, but just leaned a little more towards the Cowboys. Not by much, though. Sixth seed, Seattle Seahawks. And seventh seed, the New York Giants. Which makes my wild card Cowboys, Giants, Falcons and Eagles, and Lions and Seahawks. Starting off Cowboys and Giants, I have Brian Daboll doing it again, getting an upset playoff win. I have the Giants beating the Cowboys. I know the meme, like the Cowboys get absolutely dogpiled. It is less of them like LOL Cowboys, more so, wow, this dude Brian Daboll is a coach, and just the divisional rivalry. They've seen each other multiple times. Anything can happen. I just lean towards, there's always upsets in the playoffs. 7th seed, 2nd seed. I got that for me. The Giants moving on. And then for the Falcons and the Eagles, ignoring the seeding, we all know the favorite. I have the Eagles beating the Falcons. They barely squeaked in, barely won the division at 9-8. I definitely am gonna lose that to the Eagles. And then the last one, the Lions and Seahawks. Kind of funny. Last year they were battling for the playoffs. This year I have them battling in the playoffs. I have the Seahawks winning this one. The Lions seem to be going step by step here. I have them winning the division and making the playoffs. That is, step one. Winning the playoff game is going to be step two, maybe next year by the Seahawks winning that. Which makes my divisional round the 49ers and Giants and Eagles and Seahawks.
Wait. With the Vikings in your playoffs?
No.
Yeah. All right.
They missed.
Continue.
I'm sleeping though. I'm just saying.
You guys are insane.
They were the 8th seed, though.
Brenden, there is a hot place for you.
I thought I liked the Giants better.
Bro, they can both be there.
No.
All right,
the
continue, brother.
Seahawks.
Continue, brother. This is the Seahawks. That Mickey Mouse ass division. Unbelievable.
The 49ers and Giants. I have the 49ers winning that. They questionable quarterback play, but I just think there's just too much around. I don't think the Giants will win that. So I have the 49ers getting to the NFC Championship again. And with Eagles and Seahawks, I have the Eagles winning that and also going to the NFC Championship, making it a repeat of last year. 49ers, Eagles, and all the 49ers fans, or 49ers players, were clamoring. They were just, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, they would win. If they didn't have many injuries, that all was going to get squashed. I have the Eagles beating the 49ers again and moving on to the Super Bowl. Steven has the Eagles, 1st seed. 49ers, 2nd seed. Vikings, 3rd seed. There you go. Buccaneers, 4th seed. Giants, 5th seed. Cowboys, 6th seed. And Seahawks, 7th seed. Making his wildcard games first up, Buccaneers and Giants. Steven has the Giants winning that. 49ers and Seahawks. He has the 49ers winning that one. And then Vikings and Cowboys. He has the Vikings winning that one. Which makes the divisional round Eagles and Giants and 49ers and Vikings. Steven has the Giants upsetting the Eagles, but the 49ers beating the Vikings. Making his
champion of what?
Making his NFC Championship Giants and 49ers. Steven has the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. And with that, you guys now know who we picked to win the NFC for the 2023 season. If you guys want to know who we have picked for the AFC, make sure you watch that video. And if you guys want to know our Super Bowl and who we have winning, then stay tuned for that video. For now, though, that's going to be it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning.